Hi, everyone, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. And today I put my phone on top of it. Today we are still experiencing Comcast issues. Wish I could figure that, but we are doing Labyrinth Chronicles. We're going to go through the tutorial. I saw Paul Grogan. He did the like a tutorial playthrough too, as well, and it took like 30 minutes. So we might also get the first chapter done because I will be playing this as well during Extra Life not game day. That's in November. Extra Life Tabletop Appreciation Week next week. So I've put that up. I plan that to be about a 2-hour stream, so we may get a couple scenarios done that day as well. For those not aware, did not see my unboxing video, I do have an extra copy of this coming to me because I tried to do the stretch pay and then realized that was not going to deliver as quickly. So I ordered it again so I could get content created for you guys. So we'll have another copy of that. So that will most likely be a giveaway during Extra Life Game Day coming up. However, Tabletop Appreciation Week next week, I will have some giveaways during those streams, so make sure you hit the notify me when I schedule them. You can come out and join me for the streams, keep me company all week long. With that said, let's go ahead and flip over. We'll give a brief rundown of how this works. So this is Labyrinth. I have never played Labyrinth, so this will be my first time playing Labyrinth. It is a very light game. It was, might think of it like a kid's game, and another reason why I figured, okay, I'd go ahead and get it is it'd be an easy game to teach Lucita. But the campaign aspect, which is what Chronicles is what's new, and it's going to keep evolving over time. So in Labyrinth, as you'll see, and if you watch my video, these are darker locations. These are fixed. They do not move, whereas these are not fixed, and they do move. Now, I apologize about my movement. We will get through this tonight. But because I did my paint, my wash to them, they're a little bit thicker. I'm guessing because of the combination of the primer, the clear coat, and the wash. So I sanded them a bit to try to help. But there is also an issue with these boards. Again, if you saw my unboxing video, you got 2 sets of boards. One is supposed to be better than the other. I don't know which one's which, but this one felt better. It felt slightly bigger. So if you're struggling with one board versus the other, just switch out your board. So the objective in the game, if you're doing multiplayer, is everybody's racing to get their particular artifacts. If you notice, they are color-coded before the other people get theirs. In the campaign, we're trying to get all of the artifacts before these nasty little goblins over here come and steal them all. I'll slide this down a little bit so you guys can see the event deck there. The way we do that is by doing, well, one of 2 things, or both things if we want to. We can move. So we can move as far as we can. If you notice, there are walls here, so of course we're going to get stopped. But if I were to move the labyrinth around, maybe I can move further, which definitely going to have to do on his turn. I just don't know, when I slide this down, what is that going to do for me, right? So you kind of have to picture. I'm still not going to get that far, right? There's just no way around that. A good example would be purple up here, right? So purple can come all the way down, across, and up, and over here, and she would be able to get this artifact that's at this portal. That's one artifact down, right? So you can see them all over here with their associated portal colors. That's the objective, right? Once you have all that done, each item that we gain is going to give us a crystal, and then you're going to be able to use those crystals in the campaign mode. Whether you win or lose this one, you're given 10 crystals so you can actually start the game, because the first thing you have to unlock costs 10 crystals. So that is that. That's pretty much it. That's the game. We're going to slide these things around. We're going to try to get what we can. We're going to roll a dice on each turn, and something's going to happen. Either we're going to have an event card, or the goblins are going to come out on a particular portal. And then when we roll, for example, the same color twice, say we roll yellow twice, then the goblins on yellow, he'll steal that treasure from us, right? Stealing treasure is bad. There are 2 dice. I'm not sure why. We only need 1. I think that's everything. So we do have some flavor text. I'm going to play 4-handed, mainly because I do have the stories. These, I don't think you're supposed to start until you start the campaign, so I didn't start these. I was debating starting them at the beginning, but if we do some of the campaign tonight, then I'll go over all of that as well. So we'll go ahead and read the character's flavor text first, and then we'll read the chapter flavor text, or the game's flavor text. All right. So the first one is we have Roger the Knight. Roger the Knight traverses the world alone. Never in his life has he made any friends, and he has lost hope he ever will. The reason is obvious. Instead of a real head, Roger has a burning pot which effectively frightens away anyone who comes near. Still, his heart is as hot as his flames in his pot, so Roger has fearlessly decided to help the unfortunate village of Fairyvale. Perhaps he will join the ranks when no other adventure is venturing into the labyrinth. I think I should have probably read these after, but I've already read the flavor text when I did my unboxing, so I'm kind of, I'm okay. You guys probably not so much. Demetrius the Huntress has never been fond of her nickname. Even though she knew the forest inside and out, she never wanted to hunt and hurt living creatures. Quite the contrary, she has always helped them whenever she could, so when the news about the disaster of Fairyvale broke out, she reached her decision immediately. Nothing could stop her from entering the labyrinth and helping the poor fairy folk. Not even the fact that she has recently adopted a small, sweet, and slightly clumsy piglet. So that's on her base. She has a little piggy there, a little piggy. All right, and then Ollie the Bard. So Ollie the Bard is warmly received anywhere he comes, and his musical talents precede him. Indeed, as a musician, Ollie is matchless, which does not mean he is happy. Deep down inside his heart, Ollie wishes he could sing as well as he plays. The hope of finally mastering the ultimate skill is one of the factors that brings him to the ruined village of Fairyvale. Who knows what could be found in the labyrinth? Some magic to hone his singing skills. Another equally important reason is his sheer need to help and make a fairy world a better place. Right? I just realized we're all fairies. We have like the pointed ears and everything. I didn't even notice that. And then we have Miranda the Sorceress. Miranda the Sorceress has always been the one to experiment, and as a result of a bold one, her coat holy cow, has always been the one to experiment. As a result of a bold one, I guess a bold experiment, her coat came to life to pester her with moaning and complaining. Still, when she heard about the disaster of Fairyvale, she hurried there immediately to help the unfortunate folk. However, she has an ulterior motive. She hopes that the exploration of the labyrinth will also bring her a way to get rid of the coat. And so that was another thing on when you get the mini. She's got this little open mouth thing going on with her coat. All right, so that is that. We will read the. You were in Florida. Did you see the Artemis launch? No, I was working. Didn't get to see it launch, David. I actually kind of forgot about it, but I was actually working. Or no, I would have been streaming at that time, right? It was around 12, right? All right, so the first game. So here is the text I should have read first before those guys. I didn't realize that. But it was a scary night that we, the fairy folk of Fairyvale, will never forget. William the Dragon, our dear old friend, emerged with the last rays of sun setting. It was a surprising sight because William is a heavy sleeper, and he was usually still down in his den snoring that early in the day. But this was only the beginning of the real problems. We waved to the dragon, and for some of us even asked jokingly whether he had trouble sleeping. But the dragon only roared in response and then attacked the village. None of us had ever heard a dragon roar before. Shocked and frightened, we only stood and watched William smash the inn to pieces. Only then did Raymond, the innkeeper, shout, "The dragon has lost his mind! Run! Run for your lives!" And we did. The terrible noise behind our backs told us that William did not stop at the inn. Not a single building in the village was left unscathed, and the dragon, having done as much destruction as he could, finally got tired and retreated to his den. Luckily, nobody got hurt, but still, it was the darkest and coldest night of our lives. Come morning, we saw the full scale of the destruction, but despite that, we felt some hope. The rampage unearthed a labyrinth close to our village. Scruplin, our scout, confirmed that it seemed to be filled with treasure. If we could collect and sell the treasure, we could be able to rebuild the village. We should start with the inn to provide food and shelter for all the fairy folk. This is very important. However, the labyrinth seems to be inhabited by a handful of ill-wishing goblins, but we have no choice but to explore. Entering the labyrinth is our only choice. We have enough courage to do it for us. So, this is why we are here. We are here to do that. We are here to right the wrongs of a dragon. That's what we're doing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go. And it says you go in clockwise order. I think we'll use our extra life D20, right? Because we mentioned we are supporting extra life charities. This is the easiest way for me to track whose turn it is. Putting it up there is probably a bad idea. So, the problem with Roger is, I would much rather have her go first, because the problem with Roger is, it doesn't do anything. Now, we could get lucky and get a event, which could push these things around. It was 5, 6-ish. You can watch replay. Oh, okay, so it was later. Yeah, I got off around 5. It was like 5:15, 5:30 when I got off. And then, of course, went to spend time with Adri and Lucita. So, well, let's see what happens when we roll the die. Let's see what happens. So, roll the die. We got a goblin coming out at purple. So, this goblin is going to go to the purple portal. So, again, he doesn't take the item right away. He is just hanging out there. If we roll purple again, then he will. So I would love to be able to get to purple. I don't think that's possible. If I slide this down, right, that's going to give me this. But then this is going to be here, which is going to hit this wall. If I slide this up, that will let me go this way, which again doesn't help me. Also, moving this means that she can't. But that would require me to hope that 3 other people don't roll purple. So if I slide this way, this would make this go here, but then that's going to block off. No, that'll work. I can slide this one over. So that's what we're going to do. And we got to open this up for him anyways. So I think we will slide it this way. Now we're going to see if this slides again. The sliding or the lack of sliding is my fault. Yeah, it's mostly my fault because of the wash and all I did. I don't know how Awaken Realms did it because I did see, like I said, Paul Grogan did his playthrough and he was using the Sundropped version. There we go. So that slides off. That was one of my actions I can do. The second thing I can do on my turn is move. So we'll just go ahead and do that. You come up here. We take him out. We collect the, what was that? The little froggy dude as our first item. And then we draw a new one. It is going to the big old horn. The big old horn is down here where I was. So big old horn goes down there. There you go. That was a turn. That was an entire turn of the game. You guys know how to play. Okay, we can stop our stream now. So now we are the... Demetris, she is going to go. It is a question mark, so that is in an event. Here comes the mess. Move all 3 columns with the blue arrows by 1 space. Place the pushed out tiles on the other side oriented the same way they were. And then this one says it at the bottom. It's got an icon. It says it goes back on the bottom of the deck. We will do that. So all 3 blues. So 1 blue. Come on. And so some of it I think is just it gets stuck if it's not perfectly like aligned. So some of it I think is just it getting stuck. So maybe that'll fix itself as we play. So and then this goes back. It says exactly like it was. Now we're still good with the purple. She can still get all the way down here to this new purple. Actually, that actually helped. Second blue one is here. So this goes all the way down. Oh, that's a little much better. So I did sand these but when I first was trying to put this together and I couldn't get it to work. So I did sand them. So I think when I put them up, I'm going to sand them one more time. And that should get it back to where it was. That actually slid a little bit better. All right. So that's what it told me to do. Now Demetrius is going to go. And that actually opened up for her. She can go right here to the blue or up here to the pink. Really doesn't matter either way. So I'm going to have her go over here to the blue. Which gets her this little flute looking thing. And then we draw a new one. And then that is the purple frog. Purple frog is here. All right. And we're on to the next one. Where's Ollie? Ollie is up there. Ollie made a goblin come out at blue, and that is a horrible spot. Like, there's no way in there. That goblin's physically trapped in there. Ollie, look what you did. So. Oh, I didn't have her push. So actually, before I did that, without knowing that would have been there, Ollie's kind of stuck. I probably should have helped Ollie out to see if I can get him down here to the yellow or to here. Slide that over, that doesn't help him. If I slide this way, that lets him go up and around. That doesn't help him. I could slide this down, which keeps this. No, she wouldn't be. Yeah, she'd still be able to get to that. So if I slide this down, I do this way. Yeah, he can get to the yellow. So, so this was Demetrius's push. All right. So now we go back. Now we're on Ollie. All right. So Ollie's turn. He's gonna roll. No, Ollie made Ollie made him come out. I mean, I don't need to roll again. Ollie made him come out. All right. So Ollie doesn't need to push right now. So Ollie's going to go ahead and go here and collect this one. So that is the guitar. And then we draw another one. So that is the kitty cat. Where is the kitty cat? Kitty cat. Wow, everything's down here with Demetrius. She's got everything. Now he's got a clear shot. I don't see a reason to move it, at least not for Miranda, because she can just come straight down. But this is the one I'm worried about. If I slide this over, then he can come down. So we're going to slide. Oh, we can't slide that one. That's a solid. That's permanent. If we slide this one, that would move him over and the red can get to it. Yep. So Roger will be able to get to it if we slide this one. So this is a spot that was giving me the most trouble. We need something slick, talk powder or wax. Yeah, that might be another option. Where it's dragon is on the sides, right? So right here, because it's still got a little bit of the extra, right, from the primer and the varnish. You might have missed that at the very beginning. I mentioned that, David, is that because I did the wash technique to him, it must have made him slightly thicker. So yeah, I'll probably sand him down one more time. That'll probably help a little bit. So yeah, that's perfect. Now he can go straight down. I think everybody is lined up where they need to be. So on to Miranda. Ollie's character is a noble. He's oxen free. Purple again. Luckily, that is where Miranda was going to go anyways. She is coming down here. She's going to get that. Go back over to your fire pit. She gets the magical horn of whispers. That's what we'll say. And then this goes to the Mushroom Kingdom. So now this is where you go, right? Okay, he could come over here to the Mushroom Kingdom, but we need to get rid of this goblin. So we are on Mr. Roger. Mr. Roger did a yellow. Yellow I'm fine with because that is not blue. So he's going to come. Oh, hang on. No. Forgot. Did she want to move anything? I don't. Again, ignoring that happened. The thing is, she could get here. We didn't know where that was going to end up, so I probably would not have moved. So we'll say no. All right. So he's going to come down here and get the other frog. I don't know. Lizard frog? Lizard thing? Magical horn of what? Whispers? What? Whispers? Yeah. It looked like one of those ones that they held up to their ear, right? It kind of looks like that, right? Like one of those big horns that people would hold up to their ears when they couldn't hear things. And then we just did, that was blue to the Ring of Power. Ring of Power is way up here. Ring of Power. All right, now, he can get to the Ring of Power. I don't want to move that. She can get here. So if I were to move anything, it would be so that I can get purple here. Which I just don't, or purple here. The problem is I need this to be gone. And I can't slide this up. I could slide this way, though. And if I do that, he can still get up there. So maybe that's what we do. We move. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to... Oh, but no, I still can't get in there because this is a wall. That'll be a wall right here. How do I get her there? I mean, red can get there. Never mind. But she goes first. It would be better if she could do something. If I slide her up, that doesn't do anything. If I slide her down, she would end up there. Which kind of puts her in the same spot she's in now. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to slide anything. Batman had the Ring of Pow, Biff Bam. Let's see here. So yeah, I'm not going to move. So we are on Demetrius. I gotta, maybe, this is my player marker. I wasn't even moving the extra life die. So I don't even know why I tried that. The wall is my first player marker. Or my current player marker. All right, so Demetrius gets an event card. So hopefully this doesn't mess everything up, because right now everybody can get to something. Here comes the mess. Move the 3 purple columns. 1 space. This might mess things up. So, purple. I mean, we're going this way. All right. 1 space. You come off and go back here. Purple. 1 space. Yeah, that messed up blue. So I guess if I would have moved things or not moved things, it almost would not have mattered because, you know, things happened. And then this one. And it comes over here. So they're sliding slightly. Like I said, I think as I use them, it'll kind of break off some more of that. All right. So she's still good, but I want her to, she needs to get the yellow. So she's going to come all the way over here to yellow to take him out. She's going to get the sack. No, it's just a kitty. It's a kitty. She got a kitty cat. The kitty cat. And then next item is the harp. Here is the harp. Ooh, that's not a good one. That's just in there by itself. Now, he's still good. He can get there. Again, I probably prefer Miranda to get there, but I don't see a way. Even if I slid this way, Miranda wouldn't be able to get there. If I slid Miranda up, what's the piece? The piece is the angle piece. But again, Miranda can only go left or down. I could do this, which would allow Miranda to go... Yeah, that'll work. So we're gonna slide Miranda here. So slide you up. Yeah, there we go. Give this to Ollie. So now Miranda's good to go. She can come down this way and get up there. All right. Ollie, oops, I forgot to set, I didn't set Ollie up. Oh, because he needed to get up there. Oh, we should have probably set Ollie up instead. Probably should have set Ollie up. So how can I get Ollie to here or here? This needs to be gone because then he can go this way. So if I slide all this up that way, right? This will go there, and then he can go up and around. So that works. All right. Which way do I want it? This is going to slide both of these up, which means she's no longer going to be able to get to red, but he can come around and get it. So let's do this way. And we're a little bit stuck. A little bit stuck. Yeah, there we go. All right, so Ollie needs to roll his die. Cat's move rose a perfect. Perfect. Well, that's good, because that's where she's going to go anyways. So, Ollie's good to go now. Ollie's going to go... Oh, no, I blocked... Oh, he's blocked here. I messed up Ollie. Messed him up. Oh, Ollie. I didn't pay attention to what was going to move up there. So I don't know what to do with Ollie now. Because I need him here. And like I can't get him there. So we'll get him back to his spot, and then we can just slide this back down on Miranda's turn. Because actually if I do that, Miranda's still good, right? If I move that down. So yeah. So Miranda's turn. Before I do that, let me go ahead and figure out if he's going to go. It's not basketball when you have Ollie. Oops. I was doing good. I had gotten a purple again. That is not what we wanted her to roll. So we did lose that treasure to the goblins. The goblins have stole our treasure. All right, that's one treasure down. So it goes to the crowns. Not the crayons, the crowns. So that means I do need to move her over so she can get that. So let's do this. Right there. All right, and then this will go to Roger on his turn. Oh, I messed it up again. Hang on, go back. Go back. Go back. Go bots. I keep forgetting to look at the wall. That wall's blocking that one. She could come get the red. So okay, so I'm not gonna move her because she can come get the red. So she's good. Again, I need to fix. I'm gonna slide the red down so then Ollie can get hit. No, red Roger's next. How do I get Roger here? If I slide that over, that doesn't help him. I slide this down. This comes here. That doesn't help him. How do I get him here? Slide this over. That doesn't help him because this wall's still here. If I slide up, and that blocks me. Oh no, this will be here. She can come down this way. But move this up. Nope, still a wall here. I can't help him. Well, I mean, he'll get to move as well. He'll be able to move a wall as well. I know I can set this one up. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one up. So we'll go ahead and do this and set that one up. All right. All right, and she's going to go here. She's going to collect the little pink berry thing. And then this goes to the purple gemstone. Purple gem. That's kind of slightly different. It looks more blue there, but that's fine. All right. So back to Roger the Knight. What's going to happen with Roger? Roger gets the purple. Geez, this purple goblin. He keeps coming out, so I have to get that now. All right. So Roger has a straightaway. Roger can come up here. Oh, hang on. If I slide this over, what happens? This goes here, blocks him. Oh, he slides over too. If I slide in this way, then he can go up. He still can't go left because this will still be there. He can't go down. If I slide that over, no. I slide this up. No, it's a wall. Oh, poor Roger. And everything's up there with Ollie now. Everything's with Ollie now. I could slide this up and he could go get the... Yeah, he can go get that one. So that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to slide this... Oh, no. When I do that, that's going to cause it to come down here. Dang it. That's on the end. That's on the end. That's not useful. I don't know what to do. I need to open this yellow one up, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I need to make it so I can get to that yellow one. So we will slide the yellow over, so it's not locked in there anymore. And Demetrius will have a corner. He can't do anything, but, I mean, I can move. So let's go ahead and move all the way over here, because then we can move this over, I think, is going to be our best bet. Yep. I think that's what we're going to do. That's the way we're going to play it. All right. So, Demetrius, no purple, yellow. Which we did open that yellow up. All right, so she's going to... Yeah, right? She'll be able to come up here. No, this is still going to be there. Let's slide this up. Then she can go... Yeah, that'll work. We will slide this one up. Yep. Take that one out. And then she can go around here, up here, over here, and take out that one. All right. Which gives us the purple. Crown. The crayon. The crown. And we have the screaming meanie. Where's that at? Where? That's Lucita. Where? All right, so Ollie is got a straight shot, so he's good to go. And except for an event. Here comes trouble. Activate the goblin looter of the active character's color, which would be blue. There is no blue. So does that mean I activate the same way the die would activate it? I'm going to go with yes. So that means he would come out to the blue portal, which is fine with me because that's where I'm going anyways. We'll go ahead and shuffle that one back in. That one had a little spinny circle thing. So shuffle that one back in. There's three things you can have you do. Put it on the bottom of the deck, shuffle it back into the deck, or discard it completely from the game. So it'd be like a one-time event. All right, so he's good, straight shot. And if I don't move anything, he can come down here and get this one too. Now, though, we are stuck with this one. So the question is, do I want to move him after? Or no, we need to open this up. How do I get these two opened up? Everybody here needs to be able to get. See, he could actually get up here on his turn. And he's 2 away. So that's fine. He can get that one. So where do I put these two? Need to be able to go up. If I move her up, doesn't help. If I move this, doesn't help. Oh, if I do this, this helps. Well, maybe in a future turn. All right. We're going to have Ollie push here. Talk about Batman. Penguin. I think some of it too isn't necessarily that the, again, my paint and all making it hard to slide. I think part of it is also the, if things aren't exactly lined up, it messes up. The Goblin Looter is a hard rock band. Yeah. All right, so we go here. They came out. Ollie, stop, man. Behave yourself. All right, so Ollie got the Ring of Power. All right. Garlic. Maybe garlic will keep the goblins away. Now that's good because she can get to that one, and it is her turn, so we're good to go. All right. So red. That's good because we haven't had red come out. Where's the red? Oh, red's way up here. Oh, that's not good because I can't even get in there right now. They're probably gonna get that one. All right. I don't want to move this because he can get to it. I want to move this. So I think, since I don't care about him, I think I'm going to slide this whole thing down. See, that one slid pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, and then this will go to Roger next turn. All right, so I can't get in there, and Ollie can't get in there either. But she can still go up here and get this one. So that is the garlic. People are not going to want to be around her. All right, and then the new blue goes to the gem necklace. I don't have many things left, so we are almost there, almost there. All right, so back to Roger. I don't know what Roger's going to do. Roger is going to get a blue goblin. That's what Roger's going to do. That is not good because now we have almost every door, every portal has a goblin on it. So Roger's going to take out the yellow. We already knew that's what he was going to do. So Roger took out the yellow one. He gets the harp. Again, what these items are mean absolutely nothing in the game. It is just a placeholder, symbiotic, it's just for art. It's just for aesthetics and theme. The items mean absolutely nothing. Now there are, when we do our personal stories, it will matter because it'll say that a particular character should collect all of a particular thing. So that actually will add a little bit of complexity for us to complete our character objectives. Now, I can slide, no, that's gonna mess that up. I can't slide that because that's there. I need to be able to get in here. That is rough because I can't slide this row. I could slide this over, but it doesn't help any of us. And we got to get in here, and I'm like completely stuck now. All right, Roger, how can you help us out, bud? I need to get her in here, or her up in here. Sliding her doesn't do any good there. Sliding this whole thing down doesn't do anything because he's perfectly put in here, right? He's got these two and a wall. Like the only way to get in is from the top. So I guess that's what I've got to do, because if I do that, then Roger can come up and around as long as I don't roll that die. All right, so we'll do that. Get Roger in there on his next turn. So Demetrius, do not roll blue or red. Demetrius cannot roll blue or red. As a diver, I do not want to do the garlic. Yellow, so that is not as bad as it could have been. All right. So she can move one. Can I get her to do anything? That's the problem. I don't think I can get her to do anything where she is. All right, because I can slide this. I can slide this. I can slide that back up. I don't want to do that. All right, since I can't do anything with her, can I set up Ollie? Yes. So she's going to push Ollie down. So she set up Ollie. He can get yellow. I'm just going to move her so she's not standing. I'm going to move her so she's on a spot that can't move. I always wonder if that's best or here's best. Right there's probably fine. We'll move her there. All right, so Ollie, let's see what happened to him. Ollie did blue. We lost another treasure. Lost another treasure. So they stole our wonderful necklace. The thing is, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We already have 11. You only need 10 to technically win the scenario. So any extra is going to allow us to spend it. So I'm fine with that. So the blue is done. Blue is done. I'll lay it down so you guys can see it. Actually, they're really nice portals. They actually have this clear acrylic. I didn't think about it from a top down. I may, before the next stream, I might paint like this top thing, the color, so you guys know where each color is. All right. So Ollie's good to go. He can go up in here. Now if I slide this, that would open up here. I slide it this way. That would let Ollie get to it. Well, that let him get to it. She still can't do anything. She would need to be able to go in here. If I slide that up, that's not going to be helpful. No, that'll be helpful after he goes. So he's going to go first. Yeah, Ollie's going to go first. Knock out the goblin for me. He gets this weird big-eyed bug creature thing. Then he is going to slide this up. Oh no, that's not going to work because that's just going to give her a straight shot. She still can't go up. Oh, I can slide this down though. Yeah. That'll work. I can't slide this one anyways. That's solid. Yeah, that works. All right. So now she's got a straight shot. She's good to go. All right. Miranda, come on. Get our last treasure. No, we still got to go up here too. We need 2 more treasures. Oh, that might not be good. That might ruin everything. Yes, top-down color might help. Yeah. Like the characters, you can really tell who they are because I left them more that sun drop. Normally that is not my style, but I would not have gotten this played otherwise. Here comes trouble. Move all 3 purple columns. I don't want to move the purple columns. All right, this one does not impact me too much, so I'm fine with that one. This one actually doesn't impact, at least not her turn, but that does make that harder to get to. And then both of these guys go for a ride as well. All right, so Miranda just needs to go here. I'll figure out movement after I get this out of the way. So Miranda got this one. Where was that? Right there? I should not have taken the piece off of the board. I don't think it matters where she is. She's not going to get to go again, so I don't think it matters for me, honestly. Yeah, and then she's going to move. Oh, Ollie's not going next. That'd be like 4 turns. If I slide this, no, he still can't get it. I'm trying to figure out, is there anything I can do with him to get there? He can't. This has to go. But then so does, like he doesn't have a way to get over. Even though I slid this down, which would give a straight path. Let's see, if I slide this over, it would be here. Slide over again, it'll be here, and the angle will be there. Yeah, so we do this twice. We do it on her turn, and he does it on his turn. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that. See if my math was right. See if I mapped that out. All right. So, now it is Roger's turn. Question mark. Move all 3 blue columns. Oh, that actually kind of helps me. So, blue number 1. Blue number 2. Whoop. Blue number... Oh, no, it didn't help me. Didn't help me as much as I thought it was going to help me. Because it moved... Oh, no, it did. It made my perfect path. Ah, good to go. That is that. That is the last one. That is the last item. That is that. All right, so we have completed our first adventure. So let's go ahead and read our flavor text, and then we'll move on to the next part of the campaign, I guess. That was 47 minutes. All right. So, first game, campaign set. We're not on campaign setup. We got to read our flavor text first. All right. Into the first game. Congratulations, you finished your first game. After a successful expedition into the labyrinth, you exchange items you found for building materials and prepare to rebuild the inn. By far the most important place for all the fairy folk. But now is not the time to rest. You all gather by a large campfire, a temporary yet cozy shelter for everyone, to eat Raymond's delicious cakes and talk about the future. Obviously, the dragon's erratic behavior is the subject of all conversation. I have known good old Willie for ages, Otimus the owl says. He is a decent fellow. Why did he act so wildly? It could have been a toothache, Mort the skulk says. Have you ever seen a dragon brush his teeth? Nobody actually has, but Elisa the enchantress speaks up, her face concerned. William is a friend. If he were ill, he would have asked for help. My opinion, he could have been cursed. There is a moment of silence. Think, we should help him, Matilda the mayor says firmly, but not now. For the time being, we should try to rebuild the rest of the village as fast as we can. Finish your tea, everybody. There is work to be done. Proceed to the campaign setup on the next page. So, the first thing we need to do is we do need to get our gems for what we captured. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 of 16. That's not too bad. Gives a story to the labyrinth mechanic. Yeah, so the campaign, yeah, kind of gives you a story of what's going on. All right, so we got 16, 5, 10, 15, 16. So we have 16 of our crystals here. All right, there. So the next thing it tells us to do is campaign setup. We need to get our inbox, which luckily I was prepared for that. So we do have our inbox here. Whoops. And I also ripped my inbox. This is not the copy I'll be giving away, I guess. All right, so we have our new setup instructions. Find the 4 setup and end of game cards. All right. Congratulations, repairing your first building. Oh, hang on. We got to do our campaign log first. Sorry. I don't know why it didn't. Okay. So, where are those cards? I was saying I was prepared. I was not prepared. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 and then 4 of these cards. So these go. This is going to take me longer than playing the game. These go in here. So 1, 2, 3. So this is basically the quick setup, I guess, so you don't have to get the rule book out every time. 4. And then we go to the back and we do the same thing. 1. 2. I could have done this like ahead of time. I didn't think about it because it no matter what, you've got to do this. So 3. Oh, and then 4 talks about resetting the campaigns on the back. What's on the back of these other ones? No, nothing. 4. All right, so we have done that. We're good there. Right. The next step is take a campaign sheet, which we have, and we have our handy dandy pen here. I need something more sturdy to write on. Hey, I knew this metal board they gave us was going to come in handy. How about we take the minis out so I don't crush them? Probably a good idea. All right. We'll turn this the right way. All right, there we go. So, here's our campaign sheet. The first thing it tells us to do is take the campaign sheet. We did that. You will use this to track you and the goblins' progress. Your progress is repairing buildings and completing chapters. Make sure you take the correct campaign sheet. So this There'll be a sheet that has an NG plus, that's New Game Plus, so you can play this again after. Now on the sheet, there's a shop you can visit. Now spend 10 crystals to buy a hammer. So there's a hammer. Hammer costs 10 crystals. So we are going to buy this hammer. Once you buy the hammer, and there's no other hammers to buy, then you automatically unlock the location. So there is the inn. Leave all of our unspent crystals. So we only spent 10, so we have 16. So in this in the storage, there's a spot for that. That goes in there. All right. Marking the building means that we have it. Congratulations, you finished preparing your campaign for Labyrinth Chronicles. During the campaign, you'll rebuild. Play the next game to prepare the next game. Follow the setup steps. So we will go into that in a second. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. Just to wake people up. All right, so congratulations on repairing your first building. This instruction sheet provides the information about components in this box. The box should be opened when reading the campaign setup. As all building boxes are identical in structure, the buildings and repairs subsequently should resolve the exact same way. Note, if you're going to play the next game immediately, you don't have to store newly unlocked items. Okay, so it says leave 1 and 2 in the box. So we are going to unlock, or 2 and 3, sorry. So 2 and 3 are things we're going to unlock when we complete quests. So this goes back inside the box. Where did I put the box? There it is. I knew I ripped it. Where did I put it? All right, so this goes back in the box like so. And I will need some tape to fix that later. You go up there with the sentinels. All right. Insert village cards numbers 1 through 4 into the campaign binder. All right, so I guess we open, and open bag 1. Sorry, that was step 1. Open bag 1. Place the end magnet anywhere in your village area on the inside of the box cover. But again, you can do the box cover. We got this waste of time and space magnet thing, so we'll go ahead and use our magnet. Yeah, that matches color-wise. We'll put it down here. There's where we're putting the inn. The inn is down there in that corner. All right. Insert the village cards numbered 1 through 4 into the campaign binder. Be sure to insert them front face up with a number visible on their bottom left corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we get our binder. I told you, this whole thing might actually take longer than playing the game. I'll have to see how long it's taken me after all this. I mean, if I still have an hour, I'm going to play again, but I should. It's been 55 minutes right now. All right, so we have our inn has been unlocked. And then we have here, after you read the front page of the inn instruction sheet, it'll instruct me to flip that over. This one, after I've completed 2 inn quests, find the inn instruction sheet on the envelope. After you've completed 4 inn quests, basically it's going to tell me to open those other bags, is what it's going to tell me to do. Place the cards 5 through 7 behind the quest in progress divider, which we're not going to do because we're about to play. So this is staying here with me. Read the quest and skill haste rules on this page. So there we have unlocked some new skills. We have these new haste skills. Learn from Cozy Stickerville and move that close to the edge. They're magnets. I can move them wherever I want, David. I can move them. Now, David, I don't know if you saw, I did post the Extra Life games. So the 2 Cozy Sticker Fills, the rest of it is next week during Extra Life week. So we do have skills. So we all have a haste card now. You get a haste card. You get a haste card. You get a haste card. Everybody gets a haste card. All right. So everybody's got their haste card. All right. Read the quest and skill haste rules. Leave H1 bag in the box because we'll need it again. Flip in village card 2 in the campaign binder and read it. Shouldn't have done it. All right. So flip this. It says. Whoop, whoop. All right. Here we go. Raymond Inn looks better than ever, tempting you with an amazing smells and the innkeeper's singing. The innkeeper appears in the window. Hey, he calls. I may have a few errands for you to run, and when it comes to running, Do you know that my pies make you run like the wind in the labyrinth? Place the instruction sheet in the envelope on page 23 of the rulebook. Continue the campaign setup on page 8 of the rulebook from point 5. All right. So, the only thing with that is it told me to do that before I had read this. So I don't know why it's telling me to put this in the sheet. Oh, stop, read this part after you can. Do not read the back of that page. That's probably why, so you don't accidentally do that. All right, quests. Quests provide optional side goals. Most quests are required to perform certain actions. Yeah. Haste. Haste allows you to perform an additional move action with your character. All movement rules apply normally. To use haste, place 1 hourglass token and resolve the additional move. Skills with at least 1 hourglass on them can't be used. Haste can be used during any character's action phase before or after another action. It can't be used in the middle of another action. So it doesn't tell me, I guess it's a once per game. I don't know why they don't just have you flip it over. I mean, unless I'm going to get ways to get rid of the hourglasses, maybe? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. All right. So this goes in the back of the rulebook. So in the back of the rulebook, there is an envelope. And we're going to put this in the envelope. I guess we don't need to fold it up because it's kind of a big envelope. All right. You go in there. All right. So we have done that. We've got that. We've got that. So we're going to go ahead and start the next adventure. So we're going to go ahead and take this and put it over here. So let's see what we need to do to start the next adventure, and then we'll also read our personal stories and actually do that on this particular playthrough. So here we go. It says page 8, right? Full game, goblin track, scrolls. We haven't bought any scrolls because we haven't unlocked anything to buy things with. Full game setup. Do all that stuff. Take all the event cards. I think the only difference is now we need to add the quests. So we'll put everybody back at their starting locations. I'm not going to reshuffle the labyrinth because I don't think it really matters too much. It's random from our last playthrough. So we have 3 quests. Wandering Portals. This quest, complete this quest whenever you, not an event, shift a portal to another side of the labyrinth. Oh, okay. So I need to look for portals that can be moved to the other side. Okay. Goblin Chase. This quest, whenever you use a haste skill to knock out a goblin leader. So we could do that. Basically spend our haste when we can go do that. The problem, yeah. So basically we just use our haste card to do our extra action to knock out the goblin leader. Okay. Trinket Hut. Complete this quest when you together collect 15 items. So that means we can only let a goblin run off with 1 item. Yeah. Where do I want to put these? Slide this over and put them here. All right. But I think 2 of these should be pretty easy. Now here's the thing. With these ones that are like 4, right? These have to be completed in the one game. You cannot complete these over the course of multiple games. So that's going to be a little bit hard. Might be a little bit hard. I mean, honestly, these 2 do seem easy. This one seems the hardest, right? Because that one really requires us to never roll a goblin or to always be able to go where we need to go. All right, so we got to set back up our dungeon. So these go out randomly in a very specific pattern. It's basically just 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a nice big bag. I mean, this is all it's used for, but it's a very nice big bag. Like, I'd almost feel like I want to use this bag for other games and just close my eyes and just grab these tokens and just put them on the board. Except for it says Labyrinth on it. One there, and last but not least, 1 there. All right, so let us shuffle and place our portals. So the item deck actually comes with sleeves, but they didn't give you sleeves for the events. It's kind of weird. All right, so Let us see where we are going. So blue is going to the Ring of Power, which is a key. Purple is going to the mushrooms, which is a key. Red is going to the thing from Harry Potter. My sister will kill me because I can't think of its name right now. What's bad is, like I said, I watched Paul Grogan's playthrough and he named what it was. I forget what those little root creatures are. And yellow goes to the crown. The crayon, the crown. All right, so we've set all that up. The game is now set up, ready to play. So now we are going to do our personal stories. So, Roger the Knight. What is he going to do? So here we go. So personal stories. We each have a sheet. The sheet gives an objective. Now, I don't know if this is a typo or not. Somebody else pointed this out in BGG, that the two of them are going after the wrong color. Okay, so it's Demetrius and Roger are going after the wrong color. So Roger is red, Demetrius is yellow, right? And if you look at the items, or pink, right? If you look at the items, they're colored, right? So you would think they would go after their own color, but then you do run into this white, so that isn't a color for either one of them, for anybody. So I don't know what, I get the colors, and like these colors don't make sense either, because like if everybody's supposed to get their own items, I don't know if the regular game, if you just randomly shuffle out the deck and then everybody has their cards of their items. I don't know. We'll play by this. It's got a symbol. I can see the symbol. So all of them are basically the same thing. So Miranda needs to collect all items with the white ones. Roger needs to collect all of the yellow ones. Ollie needs to collect all of the blue ones. He's the only one that matches. And then Demetrius needs to collect all of the little spider creatures. Which thematically makes sense, right? Because she's the forest one. So I think everything thematically makes sense. I think the colors just threw people off. All right, so now we get to read a whole bunch of flavor text because I'm playing all 4 characters. For Miranda, well, let's put them in the right order. So Roger, Demetrius, Ollie, and Miranda. Yeah. All right. That is all 4 of our stories there. So this is Roger. Read script R1 on page 12. So, Roger intro. Here's a story, believe it or not, about a knight's head in a burning pot. Once upon a time, there was an unhappy knight called Roger who always traveled alone. The reason was simple, but frightening. The knight didn't have a... Oh, well, we read that at the beginning of the thing. Okay, so this is the same thing that's on the back of the card. Okay, so that's good. Into the labyrinth, the knight will go, where corridors move and artifacts flow. Roger soon learned that to rebuild their village, the fairy folk needed lots of magical items, and all of them were to be found in the nearby labyrinth. Like, I was thinking the whole thing was going to rhyme, and it stopped. It disappointed me already. He hurried into the labyrinth, but he faltered when he saw a group of adventurers conversing at its entrance, all of them tall, brave, and imposing. So I am not the first one to plunge into the labyrinth, he thought. He approached the party with a tiny flicker of hope. He had finally met a party he could match. Trying to ignore the looks of surprise and terror, he introduced himself and suggested, "We could explore the labyrinth together." After a moment of silence, one of the adventurers said, "Show us if you are brave enough to join us. Go into the labyrinth and bring us a diamond, a crown, a ruby ring, and an amethyst necklace." Roger nodded and hastened to obey. So, okay, so it's his story is telling him to pick up those things. I asked in BGG, did it matter if we changed it? It would change the story. Now, here's the thing. This acts like he hasn't found the other characters yet, right? And this feels like I should have done it during the tutorial. So I didn't start this at the tutorial. Thematically, it would have made sense to start it at the tutorial. I don't know how much it impacts the game if I would have done it during the tutorial, because then I would read this section and then there's go to my unlocks, and I may or may not have had unlocks. So that's fine. All right, Demetrius. D1. Demetrius was deeply saddened when she saw the ruins of the village. "Luckily, there's a labyrinth nearby," she told the piglet. It's a dangerous place full of goblins, but with a pinch of luck, I may catch some creatures in the village who could rebuild their homes. The piglet thought that was a great idea, and together they ran towards the entrance of the labyrinth. Her story wasn't as long. Yeah, this would have made more sense to do this from the very beginning. Yeah, now I know. Anybody who's watching this would know as well. I'm open to Miranda, so we're going to Miranda's. Oh, she's got more text for her intro. Oh, hers is different text. Dang it. All right, go back to Demetrius. Sit with us, brave one, and listen to the story of Demetrius the Hunter, the queen of the fearless and the hard-kinded, and the kind-heartedness that makes the unique because the hunters never stopped caring about forest animals and the small wonders of the point to the adopted sweet little pig. And the piglet, to be mildly, grew into a walking disaster. The hunters, however, did not realize in time because grave news reached her. A fussy dragon had destroyed a village in Fairyvale. Without a moment's hesitation, Demetrius ran to help him. However, Miranda has a whole bunch of extra. I am Miranda, the sorceress, but not a fortunate one. The problem is that I have made a mistake in one of my experiments, and well, my cloak has come to life. I don't exactly remember how it happened. I remember that I used a simple chant to make a lamp shine the entire night, but I think I said wrong. How did it go? I wish I could remember. Glow to save me from the dark, here I give you a life's spark. It was a cold, and I was wearing my coat, and I think I should have said light, not life. And here it is. My cloak talks. Well, I suppose it could be fun, but why does it have to be so gloomy? The cloak. I am not gloomy. I am realistic. Miranda, no, you talk all the time and keep pointing out all the bad things. You do nothing but complain. The cloak. I don't, and I'm only trying to warn you. This is what the spell said. I am saving you from the dark. Miranda, see what I mean? Now, all the jokes aside, because my problem is nothing compared to what the village of Fairyvale has been through, the crazy dragon destroyed all the buildings here, and the poor fairy folk have nowhere to live and work. Luckily, there is a labyrinth where you can find things to help them. Some of them may be magical, you know, and one of them may help put an end to my cloak's incessant battling. I'm going to go there to help the fairy folk, but deep in my heart, I am hoping I can make this cloak stop talking too. Miranda 1. Miranda, my journey into Labyrinth begins now. My thoughts are with the fairy folk, and to help them, I must find a number of extraordinary magical items. The cloak, a number? 4 to be precise. Mushrooms, garlic, magic dust, and mandrake. Mandrake, there we go, mandrake. Mandrake must be a more popular magical item than I thought. Maybe it wasn't just Harry Potter, maybe it's been around before that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, Miranda, but I do. The cloak, but this labyrinth is a scary place. You're going to get hurt, and I will get torn. And Miranda, it's scary, but I am a brave adventuress and sorceress too, right? Brave, very brave. The cloak. Oh, I wish I were a coward. Miranda. Wrong motivation, cloak. The fairy folk need us. 2, 3, 1, onward. And then last but not least is good old Ollie. So Lucita's bunny, its name is Ollie. And it's blue, actually, which is kind of ironic. Your name is Ollie. You're a gifted musician. Everyone starts talking about you. They hear your music. Yeah, so his is pretty much the same. However, fame can wait. The mission always comes first, and the poor fairy folk need your help. Luckily, the entrance to the labyrinth is not far, and once you get inside, your mission will be simple. Find a lute, a flute, a harp, and a trumpet. The first verses of your song already float in your head. With my song, I shall explore every single corridor. Perhaps they are not the best lines, but for starters, it sounds good enough. All right, so that's what we're doing. Mandrake is a long-considered potion ingredient. Okay. David here, always with the wisdom that I need in my ignorance. So, there is one other rule, and I wasn't playing it, and it basically puts the game on easy. It makes it easier, where you can choose which character you want to move instead of having to go in clockwise order. The only reason I say that is I feel like it'd be really hard for everybody to get their items and complete these quests. Like, there's so many quests. Now, there's only 4 total quests that you have for personal stories. But there's a lot more buildings and quests that you have to build out. So, I guess we'll just go. We'll keep going in turn order, and we'll just see what happens, I guess. All right, so we're going to start. We got good old Roger the Knight. And the first thing we get is a event. An event. Not a event, an event. Here comes the mess. We're moving red. We're moving rojo. Rojo is moving. Well, we're getting there. They're sliding a little bit easier, guys. Boom. And unfortunately, this does not count towards our quest. That did not count towards our quest. That'd be a little bit too easy if it did. And then this one, which does not help Miranda very much. Yeah, they're starting to slide because I think it's starting to wear off some of them. How will you track which character is moved each turn? Well, I don't technically need to. I moved this across. I just basically is this piece is whoever's turn it is. So after they go, I always just give the piece to the next one. That's kind of how I did it last time. Oh, you mean when if I just went in any order? Yeah, that would be up to you, David. You'd have to remember for me. No, we'll just go like we did last time. Makes the game slightly more difficult than it probably needs to be. All right, so he needs to get the yellow items, which there is one here. There's no way he's getting over there. However, we could do this. Not to say it's the best option. We could go ahead and move the portal or move this portal. We could technically move both. And if I move this portal, we would come over here. He could get this, but that's not his color. That is Miranda's, and she's up here. So that would put it in path for her to be able to get. I think I'm going to do that. So this is like a 2-for-1 here. So he is going to help. Oops. He's gonna help. I promise he's here to help. He's here to help. All the items are here in the middle. I just noticed that because everything slid. All the items are in the middle. Slide, 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 slide. And we lost our portal. Wish this portals had slightly bigger feet. All right. So the thing is, this comes off, and then this goes back in here. So that helps Miranda, because she just needs to get this path out of the way and she can come down. I don't want him to go get that. I don't want him to use his haste either. So we do get a completion token. Let's grab a couple of these. We do get a check mark here. We've done one of those. I kind of want to save the haste for doing the goblins, because that to complete this quest. I think I want to do that. So it says I need to complete 4 quests. So I'm guessing once I complete 2, it's going to give me the 4th quest. All right. Yeah, I kind of set him up to do nothing. I need him here. The only way to do that is I have to get rid of this. So I think I'm going to do it. I don't think it's my best option, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use his haste. Because then I can have him get his thing. So we're going to use his haste. So I can place that in there. Take that off. And then he's going to go grab his first one. So he got the crown. And it is moving to the purple. Why? Earthquake in the labyrinth. It's going to the purple gem. All right. So that was his turn. The next one is Demetrius. She needs to get all the pink ones, the animals. We don't have a pink one out, so it really doesn't matter. So I could do this again, but again, then that messes her up. So let's set up Miranda to be able to get her item. So we're going to go ahead and slide this. Maybe. Slide that for Miranda so she can get her item. And then as the second action, I'm just going to move her on top of... No, she doesn't pick up the musical instruments. She's kind of trapped. I'm just going to leave her there. Oh, hang on. I forgot to roll the die for her. Hi! Add a chit token to each player and mood refresh. Yeah, that would work too. So actually, I need to undo her movement, maybe. So let's undo this real quick. I gotta undo this because we don't know what this is gonna say. Move all yellow. So yellow is here. This may change what I do. Yes, because now my portal has just left where I needed it to be. Holy cow, that whole thing is just a nightmare right here. They needed slightly bigger feet on these things. All right, so that is not going to work. It almost worked. Almost. I need her in this one. Let's see here. Oh, that'll work. We do. She can come all the way down and around. Not like that, though. So we are going to move this one up, maybe. This is where I said it's got to be like perfectly in line. If you're just slightly off, it keeps it so you can't slide. All right. There we go. Do that instead. So she's good. She can come all the way and get her item. She's collecting the animals. Is there any animal I can even get close to? No. Maybe we'll go up here because this is a non-movable spot, and then maybe we can come in here later. I think that's what we'll do. Blue tack on the bottom of your portal doors. Yeah, that would work. I don't know how much it would impact these. These have a little bit of a linen finish, not really though. But yeah, that was, I was thinking that same thing, David. I was like, a little blue tack probably would work. All right, so Ollie's turn. Got to remember, roll the die first. It's an event. It was going to be a yellow goblin, and then it turned into an event. Trouble. Activate the goblin looter of the active color, which he is blue. Ollie, you did this last time, buddy. You did this last time. So he is coming out to the yellow portals, which is what Roger needs. That's maybe not good. He's coming out there. All right. Ollie, what did you do, buddy? So Ollie needs... Huh. Wow, everything that came out is for everybody but the people that it... I'd have preferred if it was one of each, right? So, I don't want to move this off again. Oh, I could move it off for the quest. Yeah, he's going to do that. So he's going to move this off again for the quest. Oh, stop it. Stop it. There we go. All right, so this comes off for the quest. Right, and still keeps it there where she can get to it. And then I think I'm just going to move him to on top of one of the instruments. Hope that it comes out. You know, what's the worst case? It doesn't. So for his movement, I'm just going to move him here. I think that's a kind of a central line. I wish it was here because this one doesn't move and this one doesn't move. I wish it was one of those two. Yeah, wish it was one of those two. All right. Yeah, so that is Ollie. All right, so Miranda is set up as long as we don't have to move anything she's on. And that's an event. I honestly would have preferred the goblin. Move the red corridors. Is red going to mess up my girl? No. I think we're good. All right. You come up here. You come with me. All right. You come down here. That would have been better if that one had stayed. Do you feel like they're slowly starting to slide better, David? I feel like they're slowly starting to slide better. All right. That wasn't as bad as I thought. All right, so Miranda is good. She can get to her thing. Oh, he's good. He can now get to his thing. So we're good there. She can move that off and give us another progress. I think I'm going to do that. So she's going to move this way. This one comes off. Woo! Goes here. So that now gives us a third progress there. Then she's going to come down here. Oh! That would have been for my quest to use the haste, but of course he's already used his haste. Dang it. Alright, so she gets her first item, which is the mandrake. She needs. So now this adds a little bit more strategy. Now I think about it, these stories kind of add a little bit more strategy because like I have to actually think out who's going to move where and do what. And I have turns where I can't just move the person to go get the thing because it's what it is. But then it's like, oh, well, am I going to be able to complete this 15 quests? Because now I'm not actively going after the goblins on the first turn that they come out. So I think it's definitely going to add a little bit more thinking and strategy to it. All right, so this goes to, geez, the knight's going to get all of his stuff, I think. Where is that gem? Gem. I was hoping again for something other than that gem. All right. So we're on the knight. So that's good. The knight, he's got a clear shot there. Unfortunately, we're not going to complete that quest. Oh no, can't somebody, it said somebody else can spend, it said somebody else can spend the haste on somebody else's turn, right? They can use it to help somebody else. Haste. Allows you to perform additional action on your character. All moving, okay. To use a haste, place one under less than that. Oh, it can't be used in the middle of another action. Okay. And I was actually wrong. I kind of screwed up earlier. Oh well. It's supposed to only be for movement. Oops, I cheated. I used it to move something. So we're gonna keep going with it. So purple comes out. So I need her to get in there with her haste. So he doesn't have a haste. I can't use a haste from his turn. What can I do? I can slide her. I can slide over after I go, and then that'll give her a clear shot. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go first. Take this guy out. Grab our ring of power. Ring of power. And then this goes to the horn of power. And I debated. Remember, I debated where did I want to go? I was like, should I go on there or there? I should have gone there. Can characters trade items among each other? Not that I'm aware of. There wasn't anything in the rules saying he could. It physically says that that person must collect. It says collect all items. I think it does mean that person has to collect all those items to complete the quest. Personal sheet contains 4 quests which have to be completed in order to top the bottom. Before each game, read the script. During the game, you may try to complete that quest. Yeah, I mean, yeah, when the quest is complete, mark it on your sheet. Whenever you complete a quest, yeah. So it's you, that person, that character, because again, it's their personal story. They have to complete it. Now again, if I get like 4 or 5 scenarios in and we still haven't completed that first quest, and I'm like, yeah, well, we might have to play some house rule in there, David, where we can trade. All right. And then we're going to slide her over so she has a clear shot up there, right? So we do need to do one more portal off the board. I do have this one down here. So after Demetrius moves, maybe I have her do that. Oh, it's blocked. That's not going to help her. Because that's blocked. So I think we're just going to complete this quest. We're going to use this just to complete the quest. So. I also am not thinking about this. When you push the thing off, that's the next one for the next movement. So technically, that would be probably something to think about as well. It's like, okay, would this piece be a better piece somewhere else? That's a lot more extra thinking, though. especially for a quote kids game. All right, so now we're up to Demetrius. Yay. We're just doing events. That's all we're doing. I'd spend gold to turn a portal into a ritual. Activate the goblin looter of that player. So that player is yellow. And the yellow portal just got pushed off the side of the board. I honestly probably did not need to... See, there's only 4 event cards or 5 event cards right now. We do eventually get more events cards, I promise. All right, so that is that. All right, what are you going to do, Demetrius? So she's collecting... What is she collecting again? She's collecting the animals. Right now, we have no animals out. So... all she can do is try to help. To get here. All she could do is try to help. Oh, I slide it down, right? Slide it down. Yeah, so she's going to help by sliding this down. And this comes off and it ends up there. Not probably what I wanted to do exactly, but now it gives her that, now it gives her a clear path. Now, I think that's what I'm going to do is I am going to try to move. Can I move her somewhere? It's way up there. Even if I had moved her first, she wouldn't have been able to get down there, right? I don't remember which direction this was. She might have been able to get down there and won that one. Dang it. Now I gotta rewind. Because if she would have gotten down there, I should have gotten down there because she would have been on the animal. Alright, pulling up the stream. Alright, so let's rewind a little bit. Let's turn down my volume on my phone a little bit. And nope, that was too far. Right about there. So it was... Right, I don't think... Oops. I don't think I would be able to. Because it was facing this way. And so she would have come down here. This would have been open, but she wouldn't have been able to go down further. Okay, she wouldn't have been able to go down. I want to get her to one of the pink things. But I don't think that's possible. Now, later, we are going to... There is a way... We are going to get portals and stuff, upgrades, so where we can, like, bounce from portal to portal and stuff. We just don't have any of that right now. So it probably makes a lot of these a lot easier later. But again, they may add more rules that make it more difficult. Just don't know where to send her. All of her stuff's like over here. So as far as I could get her would be here, and I don't want her there, but I can at least get her to here. So I think I'm going to at least move her to here to try to get her over to this side. Yeah. Or, hang on. No. I was going to say I move her here, but then when that slides, she would just slide over. Oh, but that would slide her here if I can do that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe that'll work. With those walls, you need a ladder. Yeah. All right. So on to Ollie. Ollie, do not mess things up for us, buddy. Do not mess things up for us. Oh, good Ollie. So we don't want yellow, or we definitely don't want purple, because, yeah, definitely don't want purple. Yeah, definitely. Red works. I'm fine. I'm kind of okay with red. Not really. Because I'm so close to finishing Roger. Oh, he's going the wrong spot. Oh, no, no, no. Roger, he got moved there. That's right. I wasn't aiming him there. She's got to go there. All right. So Ollie is good because he just needs to go up here, get his thing. So he's got his first item. And then it's going again, I want it to go to a pink one. I want everybody to kind of have a chance to get their thing. So she can do both. So actually I can use her haste now. This is going to come in perfect because I'm going to be able to move her here and then use her haste to move her there. So that's actually going to come out really good. It's these two I'm worried about. So, all right. So over to Miranda. Let's see what she rolls. An event. This may completely screw me up. Blue. All the blue portals move. So basically the 5 cards are the 5 colors plus the goblin. So blue is here. So blue here. Comes up here. Blue here. Is this messing me up? Yes, it is. Man. That completely messed me up. Oh, but she still gets to move, so she's basically just got to move the blue. She's got to move it back up. Yeah, that's what she's got to do. Because I was going to have a double turn with her. Right? Hang on. No. What happened? Oh, no, because it's both rows. Both rows slid. Oh, man. That ruined my plan. Because if I slide this back up, she can get here. Oh, no, this is still open, right? Right, if I slide this up here, she'll be able to go through here, come through here, go to here. Yeah, I think we're still good, right? Let me slide that up. I don't know what way to put this, though. Yeah, so she's doing that. This ends up down here. And then she can go here, pick this one up. And then this goes on the violin, the violina. Right. Now she's going to use her haste to move again. She's going to move here, take him out, pick up her mushrooms, and that's 1 goblin out with a haste. It's not better dead than red. Well, a little bit. All right, so this is where Ollie has to get to. I don't think he's going to be able to make it down there. I guess we'll see. Because that's a couple turns from now. He's got a chance. This is, I need to get Roger to here or there. That's the worst one. Like I don't even know how to come back from that one. Because the problem is this is here, which makes me have to slide this one over. These can't slide. So I would have to get here. And I've already used his haste. Because if I could move him once and then slide and then use his haste to move a second time. All right. Oh, no. I can just slide this over, right? Yeah, because it'd be right there. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh, gotta roll the die first. Gotta roll the die first. Always roll the die first. Blue. Luckily, we took out blue, so we're good. Well, that does put the pressure on Ollie to get down there. So, we're going to do what I said. We're going to put this one. All right, what's not lined up? Something's not lined up. Do that. And then he can move to here. We do not get our quest objective, though, because I already used his haste incorrectly on top of that. But that does give us this. So he's at 3 of his 4 items. And then it does go to an animal, which is what we needed. Plant, animal, or mineral. Which is the exact opposite side that she's on. And that's why I was talking about sliding that, and it would have ended up over here, right, on the piece that we put in there, but then she'd have no way to get into that piece. Unless you have a ladder, like David said. We should have brought a ladder. Why are we going to a labyrinth without a ladder? All right, so that is all he can do. All right, so Demetrius. Rojo. Oh, putting the pressure on us. It's like if I just don't go after Demetrius this turn, this game. And that's an option. But even his, I need to get down here. So I have no way to get her over there. It's just not possible. Not in one turn. I can get her about here. Oh, hang on. No, she can go all the way. Whoops. I forgot to move the purple portal to the cat. Where's the cat? Where's the kitty? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, there we go. Kitty. Oh, which is actually where she needs to go. Actually, I forgot. I can go through here. So I can go down, over, around, up. Ooh. Yes, slide. Oh, I can't slide this down. You can't move the ends. Dang it. Thought I had it. So I can move this one. But if I move it up, I'm getting an angle down, which doesn't help me. Or does it? Hang on. If I move this down, this will be here, which will point up, but it hits a wall, so I can't even get here. If I push it up, no, if I push it down, then I'm getting a wall here. So I get stopped here. But then I get a straight path here, which again is more of a dead end. She does have her haste, and I need to do the quest. So actually, hang on. Can I move her? Yes, I can move her to here. Stop, because you can stop at any time. Use my move and then my haste. Aha, that works. All right. So we're going to use her move to go here onto that one. And we're going to use her move to move up. Yeah, move up. Give that to Ollie. Then we're going to use her haste, because she has 1 haste, to move here and take out this goblin. Get her animal. Which completes the goblin quest. So I have completed 2 quests already. And then she gets her little animal buddy. Hello, animal buddy. And then the portal goes to another animal buddy. Ooh, right there. Perfect. Perfect. Couldn't have planned that better myself. All right. But now we do have Ollie rolling, and Ollie is just, he's been causing trouble. Ollie's got an event. Ollie's going to activate blue. Watch him. No, he's moving yellow. Ollie, I'm proud of you. Didn't screw up for once. That was like Will in my Lost Ones play. Will just kept making everything worse. All right, so yellow, so everything's going this way. Ooh, that's going to mess me up, I think. I was like, ooh, perfect play. All right, we're going to have to slide you guys one at a time. Something's getting caught. There we go. All right, so that is 1 yellow. Let's get caught. 2 yellows. All right, and 3 yellow. Slide down a little bit. There we go. 3 yellows. Yep, that messed me up because now she can't get in. I mean, but there's going to be more movement before it's her turn again. But I mean, she's really close where I need her to be. So actually, I'm kind of okay with that. All right. Ollie, on the other hand, not ideal position. I need him way down here. I could open this up. Oh, he still got his haste too. I could open but the problem is I'd have to move it and I could get him to here, but then I still need to move this. I need like 2 moves. I need 2 moves for him to be able to get down here, this path. All right, I can get him as far as I can. So we're gonna do that. All right, so he's gonna use this to move here. He's gonna take his move action and go here. This is a solid piece. Then I just need to worry about that on a future turn. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, Miranda. She's here. She needs to get here. See what happens. Rojo. Not too worried about it. Okay. So, again, she could go here, but that's not hers, that's his. I need her to go here. How do I get her in there? This one can't slide, this one can slide. If I could get her over here, because then she would actually end up over here. But I can't get her here. Slide this way. The question is, can it be considered optional? Like if I was on this space, could it be optional? Or do I have to pick up the item? I think you have to. I don't think you can choose not to pick it up. Let's see here. Collecting an item. The character collects an item whenever they end their move on a tile with a portal, or a portal appears on a tile with a character. Yeah, doesn't say they may pick it up. Yeah. Okay. So again, these two are the least likely to complete their thing, right? Because if I get Roger or Miranda to complete theirs, that means they're doing nothing all game except for moving things, right? They literally can't pick anything up. So the question is, do I just say, okay, Ollie and Demetrius, I'll work on theirs on the next playthrough, and I take him out? Because I can't lose any. If I want to get this, I can only lose 1 item. Do I sacrifice getting that? I'm just trying to see, how can I get here? Because this doesn't move. This can move up, which doesn't help me. It can move down, which doesn't help me. That's an entire wall. I don't think I can. And I'd hate to roll a blue. Ollie isn't going to go, so that card that would make this activate won't happen, because he's not going to go before I'd go again. Yeah, I moved Ollie all the way down here, but I think we're going to have to sacrifice Ollie getting his quest done. Yeah, because even if I move... Oh, no, hang on. If I move this over... No, that'll do it. That'll do it. No, we're good. We're good. Although I think we may lose a treasure either way. So if I move this over this way... Right? I didn't even see that. This is where, like, it really takes a lot of eyes. Like, you really got to see it. I didn't even see that was a corner that I could just go up and around. I was doing all that thinking... for basically nothing. All right. Although we might have messed Ollie up, but that's fine. All right, that's fine. We messed Ollie up. That's fine. So we have completed her quest, because that was the last one of hers. So that's all 4. I don't remember if it says read the text as soon as you complete it or after. So, collect the items from the ingredients set. Oh, after the game we read it. Okay, so we have completed hers. So Miranda is done. She has completed hers. This moves to the harp, which he's not used as haste. If I can get this to work just right. So there are additional cards that allow you to rotate tiles that you're on. He's not on this one. And this is solid. Oh, but I could slide it down. He could get into this one. He just wouldn't be able to get to that one this turn. All right. All right, let's go to Roger. Roger needs to go up there. Roger needs to not roll any colors except for purple. Blue is not the color we wanted him to roll. So Ollie is out of the running. So that was the guitar. Goblins stole the guitar. So we still can do this one for now. Blue moves to the froggy, big fat frog. All right. So Roger, we already know what he's doing. He's going to take this guy out. He's going to grab his item. So Roger has completed his, right? That's all 4 of his. Yes. Roger. All right. So Roger has completed his. And then the next yellow is the little fairy bug thing. All right. Now, Roger, how can you help people out? So it doesn't matter who gets this one anymore. So blue, anybody can get blue now. But yes, we want to slide her over so she can get hers, right? And let's leave this open inside so maybe it'll help us. Yes. So Roger helped us out there. So now we're up to Demetrius. So she needs animals. She can't get to any of her animals. Oh no, she's going to this one. That's right. She's going to go up there and get that. All right. So we don't want no red. Move the purple. Purple is not what we wanted to move. Oh no, purple's fine. He's not standing on purple. Purple's fine. Come on. Come on. What's catching? Something's catching. Purple's fine. Purple. Oh no, it's not. Oh man. That blows. Oh no, it's fine. I would just have to slide her back. Her slide's going to be slide her back over here. That kind of sucked. Oh, that sucked. All right. Not what I was expecting. All right. Okay. So that's exactly what I got to do now. I got to slide her back. All right. And then she's going to move, take him out, grab her lizard frog thing, send him back home. And the last card is the flute. So now anybody get the blue ones, just get them knocked out. And then she needs to get over here to the blue one for her last one. And poor old Roger up there on a dead end. I don't know what he was thinking going up there, but he got himself stuck. Right. No goblins. So I might be able to complete all of these. If I do, that's something, man. All right. So, Ollie, can you get to anything? I need you to get to anything. I don't care what you can get to, but either of these will do fine. She's set up to go here. Then it's getting her over there. So we need these two. So I don't want to slide her. Slide this. Oh, actually, oh no, I can't slide that. It's locked. Can't slide this one. Slide this one. No, where can he go? He can go up, over, around. Okay, I don't think Ollie's going to be able to do anything. Because he needs here or here. Like I said, I could slide. I don't want to slide this row because that impacts this. I could slide this row. To get him down here, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Right, so we're going to slide here. We're locked somewhere. Who's locked? Who's locked? Who's not straight? There we go. Stop. Not. All right. Up, up, up. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Up, up. All right. And then this is the one I was sliding in. I think I'll do it this way. Comes down here. This goes to Miranda. So that did not help him at all to accomplish something. So where do I send him? I guess if I put him here, at least if I slide this, then that would put him in this path. So let's do that. We'll move him there. That's all I can do. All right. So Miranda. Blue. And that was not the one I was going to have her go after first. All right. So Miranda needs to either get here or here. Or no, she's here. Oh, I can slide it this way. So she's going to slide this way. And then she's going to come here to take the purple one. I don't know why. I mean, I get the tokens. I don't get the cards and the tokens because technically they would serve the same purpose in your play area. So, and don't kind of, doesn't matter really to me. All right, so that's that. So we need to get the flute, and then Demetrius has to get 2 more. Plus 1, she has to get that. I could slide. I think I'm going to do that. I hate to do that, but he's there. But I think I do want to move this up one, because then Demetrius can get that, and then we'll have, we'll slide it back down so she can get that one. I think is what I'm going to do. It just means that he won't be able to accomplish anything is the only problem. If I slid him up, he wouldn't be able to do anything anyways, right? He would go here. That's a wall. He'd be able to go, this will be here now. So that he'd be able to go here. So it would make a loop. Now I slide it down, then she can't get into it. Yeah, I think he's going to have to just waste a turn. Okay. Yeah, we're going to slide. I'm going to slide this up. And he just, well, we'll put him on the red spot. We'll move him just that way he moved. So we'll put him on the red spot. All right. So Demetrius is who we want, because we want her to go get that. Right. That is a yellow. Again, I'm kind of fine with that. Not really, but that is her next one. So she is at 3 of 4. All right, so Ollie. Ollie, buddy. Ollie. He has his haste. I could do the haste thing. I could move him here. And then use my slide. The problem is I want to slide it down. I don't want to slide it up. Oh no, I could just, no, I can't slide that one. Dang it. Ollie I was gonna have it. Although I have 2 turns, right? I got 1, 2 before she has to go again. So I think that's fine. We'll put Ollie here. So, yeah. Oops, hang on. We're gonna move him. We're gonna slide. Which takes that off. And then we're going to use his haste to get this one. All right. All right. All right. All right. We're almost there. We're almost there. We've almost completed all 3 quests. As long as nobody rolls anything they shouldn't roll. Technically, no, that's solid. Trying to think, is there a way to get this where she can get into it? I don't think there is, because this is a wall. That's a wall. Yeah, I think I'm basically have to reset what I did. I need to move this down twice. All right. So roll Miranda. No yellows. That is a purple. Purple can't do anything. Purple doesn't exist. All right. So we're trying to help her. So we're going to redo. Which way do I need this? Oh, no, 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 no. No, no. I just need to slide this up. What am I thinking? Just need to slide this one up. There we go. Goes to Ollie. No yellow Ollie. No yellow Ollie. Purple. We're good. He's not going to do anything. Oh, no, wait a minute. That was Roger's turn, was moving that up, right? Yeah, because he did that. No, that was Miranda's turn. So that was Roger's turn, moving it up, not doing anything. So we're back on Demetrius. All right. Oh, do not be activate on that player's color. The worst possible card I could have gotten. The one card I did not want to get. Oh man, so close. So close. So close. There is a reroll. I think there is a reroll ability as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's a reroll ability. Oh man, so close to completing all 3. And having 3 of the 4 complete their quest. Their personal quest. Oh man. That was the worst one I could have gotten. Alright, so after the game, so I don't know if that's after the game, like here, after the game there. All right. So we do need to calculate our goodies. So we get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why did I count? I knew it was 14. They stole 1. Or stole 2. So we get 14. This is the only thing that's not, I mean, I'll talk about it in person questions. Oh man, just when I'm about to bed, I really need my fix my notifications. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. You can watch the replay. And again, I'll be playing it next week for Extra Life as well. So we have lots of money. We will see what we're going to do with that money in a minute. Let's go ahead and read our story bits. So Roger, we get to read R2 on page 12. So R2, page 12. Roger the Unhappy Knight did what he was told to. He traversed the ever-shifting corridors of the labyrinth until he eventually found all he was supposed to collect. Hoping that the adventurers would not change their minds, he hurried back. As he re-emerged from the labyrinth, the leader of the adventurers took the items, examined them reluctantly, and thanked him with a curt nod. Roger waited for him to invite him to the party, but he said nothing. His heart was beginning to crack. Go to Roger's Unlocks on page 14. Page 14. Roger's Unlocks. Choose one of the buildings you've repaired during the campaign and resolve the corresponding instructions. Before you choose, you may read the components' descriptions on the next page. All of Roger's components are marked with an M. So the only thing we've got is the haste. So we're basically going to be able to upgrade his haste. And I know that's what's going to be hers as well. So for the stories, you got all this stuff. You got these enchantment cards, and then you have the haste. So we know it's going to be her haste because all we have is the... Now the question is, do I read this after we go back to town? That's actually a good question. Now that I think about it. Because we would have other buildings probably at that point. So it says after the game. So let me see. When you complete the quest, mark it. Whenever you complete a quest, you'll be able to upgrade one of your earlier unlocked components from the base game. Completing all gives you your character's magnet. But, so it says after the game. So I don't know if that would mean after, like immediately after you end the game, or is the game not over until we do this? So let's see if they've got, I highly doubt they mentioned that. Into the game. Last items collect in Labyrinth, whether character or goblin, discard checkmark tokens from all uncompleted quests. Flip all completed quests. Let's follow this in this order. Flip all completed quests. This one was uncompleted. Insert them into the campaign binder next to the village. All right, this is what we're doing. So. One goes there. I imagine this is supposed to make a picture. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. All right. So there we go. We got 2 there. Check to see if you meet the requirements found on the village cards 3 and 4 in the campaign binder. If you do, follow the instructions on the cards. So, after you complete 2 end quests, which we have done, find the end instructions on the instruction sheet, which we put up. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Let's fold that so we don't cheat. 2 end quests. Open envelope 2. The village in the village is very different. Yeah. No. In number 2. So open this. Place the quest card numbered 8 behind the quest in progress divider. We do get our next quest. So next quest is priority targets. This quest is whenever you gain one gem from a merchant objective. I don't know what a merchant objective is. So I'm currently confused how we're going to do this one. All right. So that is that. And then it says, place the 4 merchant objective cards behind the unlocked objectives divider in the game box. Read the objectives and merchant rules on this page. Flip the in village card 1 in the campaign binder. It contains additional setup rules. All right, so hang on. First we got this. So merchant objectives. Merchant jeweler, gain 1 gem whenever you collect an item from the treasure set. Gain 1 gem when you collect an item from the whatever that set is, the potion set. Gain 1 whenever you gain 1 from the animals. Gain 1 whenever you collect 1 from the music set. So these are objective cards. Okay. All right. So merchant objectives. During each game, you'll randomly draw 1 merchant card. Each item from the card to specify what needs to be drawn. Okay, so you basically just get an extra crystal. During the campaign, your characters will gain new objectives. Each one will allow you gain additional crystals during your games. During setup, make sure to properly add all of your unlocked objectives to the village cards in the campaign binder. Okay. Merchant objective is when you're a mermaid objective. All right, so then it says flip this over because it basically says add our merchant objectives to it. Whoops, that is not where that went. All right, so we've done that. After you completed 2 end quests, found on top, okay. Yeah, and then we guess we flip this over. Raymond pours you some tea. I would like to give you some advice on earning money. I am not the only baker and pie expert, you know. Soon, some merchants will visit our village. They are ready to pay you a lot for what you found in Labyrinth. Continue to the end of the game. Instructions from point 3. Was that everything? Flip village create. Yeah, flip village card 3 and then read it. Yeah. All right. So this goes a key. This goes back a key. So I'm thinking you're supposed to do all this first. I would imagine the stories is last, because otherwise that would be kind of pointless if the only thing I could upgrade was the haste card. I mean, the haste, it might be good. I don't know. All right, leave any empty bags. Leave the building instruction sheets in the envelope. Take out the campaign sheet. Gain 1 crystal for each. Oh, we need our campaign sheet again. You guys need to get off the board. I'm gonna crush your heads again. All right, so here is our campaign sheet and our magnetic board. All right, so we gain one. Where's our Columbia pin? We gain 1 crystal per item, so we've got all of our gems is in our bank. Count the crystals you've collected during the game. Check to see if you meet the requirements to complete a chapter. If so, read the corresponding script. Gather at least 20 during 1 game. Yeah, so these chapter scripts come in, but you're not going to be able to complete these until like later, right? Because the most we could get would be 16. And then, of course, if each person does their objective, they need to get 20. So we pretty much can't complete that until next game. Place a crystal collected in the bank. On the goblin track, mark the number of spaces equal to the items the goblins collected during the game. Mark any special space retreat. Okay, so they did 2. Stupid goblins. You may now spend your crystals you have to buy buildings. So there's a bunch of different buildings that we can get. We have enough to get a whole building, like one of these. I think we do. What do we have? Come here. That's all of them. All right, so we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We actually have exactly 20. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to buy both of these hammers so we can unlock one of these. All you guys there. So we're going to buy 2 hammers. You can buy scrolls for, I forgot, I could have bought scrolls for 1. That's what I was talking about. The scrolls, they have ones where you can re-roll a die. You can rotate a tile. So I forgot it was the scrolls that let you do that stuff. So, but that's fine. I want to unlock another building. I want to unlock buildings. I want to show as much as I can before the extra life plays. Then we have lots of stuff. All right, so for chat, do we want to unlock our house? Do we want to unlock the enchanter's hut, or do we want to unlock the town hall? So chat can tell me which one of those we want to unlock. Each one, of course, is also going to give us the ability to unlock something in our storybook, but I don't want to read. I don't want to read that yet. Not the town hall. All right, so we get enchantress hut or our house. I don't know what they give us. There's like no hints either. And here's the thing. We can only unlock one of these per playthrough. That's the other thing. Because you can't, fill in 2 more hammers. So we're only going to get one of these. I feel like rest or magic, probably. But like, what will you rest? Like in our house, what would the rest be? The enchanter's hut makes the most sense, right? Because we have those enchantment cards. Right? We have those enchantment things for our personal story. I think I want to do the enchanters because I think that's where we're going to be able to use those enchantment cards. We're going to go with... Oh, no, we can do it. Here we go. There's another 2 over here. So you can get 2 of the 3 because you can get the house and the town hall over here. Yeah, magic's more likely to be good. Yeah, David, you're right. So you can actually do both. There's 1 on each side here. Didn't notice that. But you can't do all 3. And then same thing here with the shrines. You got them here and here. So there's 4, but you only get 2. And then this one is only 1. But all of this is locked until we complete this. And then this is just a lock in its own. All right, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the Enchanter's Hut. We have to open another box and get some more rules. So all this at the end of this one's a lot of stuff. My playthrough I wanted to end at 2 hours is now probably going to be 2.5 by the time we go through all the text. Get up there. I'll clean you up later. All right. So, Enchanter's Hut. All right. So, the Enchantress's Hut. Sorry, it's the Enchantress's Hut. I'm confused. Yeah, so there is a issue. There's a type that's in typo. They must have changed that. So it's enchantresses here, it's enchantresses here, but it's enchanters on the box. Or maybe we just didn't know it was a lady until we repaired it. Whatever. Congratulations on repairing another building. This instruction sheet will provide you all the information you need. If you're going to play the next game immediately, don't worry about blah, blah, blah. I'll leave 2 and 3 in here as usual. Open 1. Put you up there. All right. Insert village cards numbered 1 through 4 in the campaign binder. Yep, there. Where's our campaign binder? We got our hut, so we get to put that on our board. Trash. The Enchanter's Hut is great at football. Hut 1, Hut 2. Hut 1, Hut 2. All right, so we get to put this inside of our handy dandy notebook. We have a map in the notebook. We're just missing Dora. All right, so Enchantress's Hut. Before the game starts, you may move enchantments between items. Oh, that's right. We don't have items. Oh, you enchant items. We don't have items yet. This might not have been good. After you read the front of the page, we'll be told to flip that card. After you complete 2 quests, so that's pretty standard. After you complete 4 quests, so again, pretty standard. And then here are quests. Portal routing. Complete this quest when you together collect the second item from the same portal during 1 turn. What? Complete this quest when you together as a group. Wait a minute, but how does that work? Together in 1 turn. The portal would have to luckily move on top of a person who happens to be standing on an item? The Heart of the Labyrinth. This quest is completed when you collect an item from the central tile. Okay. Dance in the Maze. This quest is completed when one character moves 4 times during a turn. I don't know how that's possible. Okay. There are those quests. All right. Insert 4 item enchantment foil overlays onto 4. Where are the overlays? Did you guys see me take anything else out of that box? Out of that bag? Okay. Oh, here they are. Here we go. All right, so place the 4 item enchantment foil overlays into 4 sleeves of chosen items. So these add, they add abilities. Okay. Question is, they got that stupid plastic on them? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So, and it's only got 1, luckily. So these go into the items. I thought they'd go into the treasures, but no, they go into these items. Okay. So this is going to give us two things. It's going to, the haste effects allows you to discard one. Okay, so these allow you to discard the hourglass from any card, not from your card. Not only from your cards, help friends and give them a boost. Yeah, item enchantment, refreshing power. Refreshing power enchantment overlays. Whenever a character collects an item with that, they may immediately discard one hourglass token from any card, refreshing the haste. Okay. So now I don't know what items to put these on. We know that Ollie, right, is got to complete his quest, and so does Demetrius. So I'm thinking maybe we put one on each of their items, right? So we'll put that one on. Now I know why these have sleeves and the other ones don't. I'll put it on his guitar. And then, should I just do one of each? Let's just do one of each. We'll just do one of each type. So we'll put one on that ring, the ring of power. And we'll upgrade our little mandrake here. We'll make his yelling stronger. There we go. Read the item enchantment and refreshing power on this page. Leave the bag in. Flip the card 2. All right. Go back in the rulebook. Flip card 2. Sunshine glimmers on the roof of Elisa's new home. Welcome. Elisa the Enchantress opens the door and smiles. I've been looking forward to meeting you. I know how to make items more magical and more useful. Oh, I can even teach you how to make them more valuable. But first, I need you to do a thing or two for me. Place the enchantment hut's instruction sheet. We did that. Continue to end of the game. Instructions from page 9. All right. So we did that. So, but that's still, I still don't know how you would be able to do these. Well, now we can upgrade our haste cards. So, or we can maybe add more enchantments. So, spin the crystals, taking next steps, continue to play, remove all components, or save your game. So we're going to save from that point forward. Now we go do the stories. Now we have two stories or two things we can do for Roger. Where'd Roger go? Roger was on page 12. All right. So, with the Enchanter's Hut, exchange one refreshing power item enchantment overlay for one with a haste and a, I don't know what that icon is. Place the exchange enchantment behind the exchanged items. So the power. The new refreshing power enchantment adds a haste and a whatever that effect is to an item. Whenever a character collects an item with this enchantment, they may immediately discard one hourglass token and then place themselves on a tile with... Okay, so I guess we can't do this yet because it's talking about things we can't do. So I guess we will just be upgrading our haste card because there's stuff it's talking about that we can't do yet. So where did I put those cards? Where? Like Lucita says, where? I don't know where I put them. Oh, there. Right. So these are the new enchantment cards. So we can't do those. Yeah. We'll do those later. So he gets his unblockable haste. Unblockable haste. And then, I mean, there's a bunch of cards that we're going to be able to possibly get. I don't know if we get everything or just certain things. I guess it does change on the campaign that you're playing. So, basically, his unblockable haste. Place one haste counter on here to move your character. During this movement, knock out the first enemy you pass through. This enemy doesn't block your movement if they normally would. So that's later too, because the bigger goblins block our movement. So there we go. We'll just upgrade that, and that goes somewhere else. And then we'll read Miranda's story, but she's basically getting the exact same card. Or, well, she's getting her upgraded haste code at a card. I can't say it's the same. That's her epilogue. Oh, we don't want that. Ah, here we go. Miranda, here we go. I have it. Mushrooms, garlic, magic dust, and a mandrake. The cloak, great. Can we now go somewhere safe? Miranda, oh, I almost forgot. The talking cloak. I have just created a spell that may work, together with the items I have found. What was it? Oh, I get it. Bedrooms, garlic, magic dust, do not talk or fall to dust. The cloak, no way. Miranda, you still talk. The cloak, yes, because you said bedrooms, not mushrooms. See how easy it is to make a mistake in a simple rhyme? And what would be scary about the labyrinth? Those missions are dangerous. What if something happens to you? Miranda, I don't want to hear it. There is a village to rebuild. There's fairy folk to help. We are going back into the labyrinth. The cloak, oh, no. Go to Miranda's unlock on page 6. So her haste, exchange her haste for shadow haste. So she gets shadow haste. So shadow haste is place 1. During this movement, you may move through walls. Ooh, I like that one. Now the next one for them is going to require them to get a cursed set item. We don't have cursed items yet. So we technically can't even complete any more quests until we unlock cursed items. Yep. So yeah. So they are done pretty much. That is where that is. All this needs to be boxed up somewhere. With that said, let's go ahead and I guess knock out some first impressions or final thoughts. See, it says first impressions here, but I still have the thing called first or final thoughts on the right left side. Don't know why. All right, so the first thing is the components. This is an Awaken Realms game, so the components are really good quality. Again, the only thing I would have liked, besides the frivolousness of this metal board, again, you can put them in the top of the box. That's no big deal. Is the boards, the pieces that stay put. I feel like they didn't make these. There's these little notches. I feel like they're not long enough because sometimes you will hit these and they'll pop right out. Again, I don't know how loose or tight this is supposed to be. That's a caveat on my spot because I did do the fake sun drop technique. Again, you can go watch the video to see how I did it. And the primer and the varnish probably made it a little bit thick. But otherwise, all the components are good. The art and the graphics are good. I like all that. The minis, of course, are outstanding. They're Awaken Realms minis. The story's been pretty good. The ambiguity with the personal stories and how to use them, like should I have used them in the very first scenario, or was this first scenario the best one, I guess is something that's lacking. And the only problem is, like I said, was thematically, it didn't make sense that I was reading about these characters before we found out that like what they were doing and why they were going in. So that's not really neither here nor there. But I mean, everything else, I don't really have a problem with it. The one person in BGG, and I mentioned in playthrough about collecting the wrong items, but technically that doesn't work. It doesn't matter anyways, because Ollie is collecting, or one of them was collecting white items, and none of them are white. So I get the color disparity, and I do agree that is kind of an annoyance. But if you know what you're looking for, you know what you're looking for. Your character's color didn't bother me too much. Yeah, I can't say anything else about the components really. I mean, the box and everything, the insert works, the blind bags and all work. Does what it's supposed to do. Mechanics. So the mechanics are really simple, right? Hopefully that'll make me through because I just ran out. Mechanics are very simple. You can do two things. I can move and I can move tiles. As we go through, we will get more mechanics and it will get more difficult. So the question is, do I like those mechanics? So in this setting, with what I'm trying to accomplish with the quests and all that stuff, I like this, right? I don't know if I like the regular game because it's just about going around and picking up the items. There is an advanced game. I don't know what the difference in the advanced game is. I can tell you I played a similar game like this with my sister and Oddity. I think it's called Labyrinth because I think it's a Harry Potter Labyrinth. They basically took the Labyrinth game set and just wrapped Harry Potter around it, and you're trying to go and collect all your things and get back in your sliding tiles. I didn't care for that, right? Just because, not to say you don't have choice and what you can do and how you can move things, but it didn't feel like, you did to the most degree. It didn't feel like, um, I can't explain it. It's just something, it was an okay game. Didn't hate it, didn't love it. This, I think, because of the quest and trying to complete the quests, the goblins coming out, which of course the Harry Potter one didn't have little goblins coming out, stealing the treasures, trying to figure out optimized moves. And again, this is me playing it completely solo. It is a co-op game, so you could do table talk and you can say, hey, let's do this. Can you help this? And David says in the chat, the story really does help because it's making you want to go and get more and unlock more and do more. Like if it wasn't 11:30 right now, my time, and I got to work tomorrow, I would probably say, okay, let's go ahead and do the next part. So I'm really excited for next week when we play it during Extra Life. Because again, I'll have about 2.5 hours. Now that I know how to go through it, I don't need to explain all this. Probably be able to get through at least 2, maybe even 3 games and see how much stuff we can unlock. Difficult. The game is not difficult at all. This is like no difficulty, right? They call it a kid's game. Will the difficulty increase? Yes. Will the trying to complete these quests, right, increase difficulty? Yes, right? So that last playthrough, I was making it more difficult slightly on myself because I was trying to do as much as possible that I could, right? I was trying to complete all of my story quests. I was trying to complete the characters quest. I was trying to complete the inn, right? I was trying to optimize everything. And by doing that, you can't complete everything, right? So something has to leave. Extra Life days start at 9 a.m. next week. Yeah. So I'll be doing 4 streams every day. So yeah, David, I'll do a 9 a.m., a 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and then our normal 9 p.m. stream. So basically we're adding a 9 a.m. and a 3 p.m. Yeah. So that's next week. So yeah, I don't find it too difficult. We'll have to see how that plays out as it goes on and we start adding more rules and more complexity. But even still, I believe it wouldn't be any more complex than just like an entry level dungeon crawler would get. Fun at 2, I would see this would be fun at 2. I would say it'd be fun at 3 or maybe even 4 because you're in the co-op and you're working together. Fun as a solo puzzle. I was treating it as a solo puzzle and I think it worked really good as a solo puzzle. I would say playing it more like this, I would say yes, if you played the easy mode where you can choose which character goes when, I feel like that might trivialize some of it. I don't know. But when I was making a lot of my moves, I was considering, okay, what can I move or what can I do for the next player? But I think you would do that in the regular co-op as well. I don't think you wouldn't do that. Last thing is the theme. So again, it's generic fantasy dungeon crawler. Which I have no problem with. If you don't like generic fantasy dungeon crawler, well, then you might not like it. If you don't like dragons and goblins, then you might not like it. Magic and spells, you might not like it. Other than that, I mean, it is a labyrinth. The labyrinth's moving around, so the theme is there. You do feel that. You're building the village and the story beats, which we say help, does go there. Fairy town. Oh yeah, we forgot to put our sorceress on our fairy town. We're going to put her down here in the magical area because that makes the most sense. She's down there in the magic area. I don't like that they're all this green color. My OCD doesn't like that. Either way. Yeah, I like the theme. The theme is fine. Could you do any other theme? Well, I guess you could because, like I said, it was a Harry Potter labyrinth game. And so you could really put any theme on this as long as it involves moving walls and contraptions. Like you could do a space theme and it's like the spaceship is moving and reconfiguring around as you play. So yeah, theme's fine with me. I have no problem with that. I think that's it. Spaceships in an asteroid field. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, your spaceship's going around an asteroid field. Yeah. That is that. That is this. Next week we'll be playing it some more. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'll be posting all those videos probably tomorrow for each of the streams. So you can go out and click to notify me on the specific ones you want to watch for Extra Life, Tabletop Appreciation Weekend / we're getting rid of the end and we're just doing the whole week. If you have notice any rules, make sure you leave a comment down below. Any suggestions for future games, let me know down below. I think that's it. I gotta go to bed. Until next time, guys. Peace.